We actually looked it up. I think the last time we spoke to you was when we launched Gemini in 2015 in October, so almost 10 years ago today. And I think the price of Bitcoin was $380. And so we've come a long way, but we also think it's still very much the bottom of the first inning because we see Bitcoin trading at $1 million a Bitcoin if it disrupts gold. And we think Bitcoin is gold 2.0. And I think we said the same exact thing to you about 10 years ago today. So we think there's easily a 10x from here. And it's still really early. And I think we'll be sitting here 10 years from now and looking back and saying, wow, today was really early.
And I think few people actually listened back then, so hopefully more people listen today. As someone swipes, that Bitcoin or crypto is in your wallet, and you can then spend it or stake it. We think you should hodl it. And in some merchants, we're even offering up to 10% back. So if we think Bitcoin's a 10x from here, so your purchase today at 10% back is actually free.
That's what I have to
tomorrow.
say.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told his members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will. During that auction that we saw a little bit before, the attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction; it was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. Don't forget, guys, we have options today. But of course, we have those Bitcoin, Ethereum inflows are picking up like clockwork. So guys, that's the reason why we're picking up. And then we know at the end of the month, outflows pick up. And then also don't forget, September is the end of the quarter. For my stock Patreon account, make sure you're looking at the actual calendar. And I do see crypto moving back slightly, just a little tonight going into tomorrow. And then, of course, Saturday night going into Sunday start to pick back up. And then, of course, like clockwork, we have CME that opens. And again, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs are picking up like clockwork. We have stocks overall flat. NASDAQ is slightly up. And we have Gemini going public, another crypto company. The last one standing are going public. And remember, this is a plan. It moves in phases. Never forget this Bitcoin narrative. was to get us moved over to this digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now moving back up. And we know the rate cut that the Fed does, it is definitely priced in, but we definitely have the Treasury moving in overtime to keep this long end down. Guys, it's all manipulation. They're controlling it because these yield rates, the long end, should be out of control because we know these countries do not want this long-term paper. We know the dollar is going to fall. And then right now we have the dollar slightly up. We have volume in crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Stable is launching a decentralized stablecoin protocol that lets users mint stablecoins without giving up yield on their collateral. And then we have Tether unveils USET stablecoin for the U.S. market and names Bo Hines to lead the new division. And don't forget they move around the same chess pieces. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And these stable coins are so important because they're nothing but digital dollars on blockchain. But they have to get these stable coins circulated out because none of this works if we stay in this fiat-based system. Remember it. Crypto means hidden message, hidden meaning. These cryptos are for the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher tells you they can run the economy without a human involved. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $26 billion yesterday. Make sure you put it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have Jerome in the house this week coming up on the 17th. And we know for a fact that he's going to cut. But guys, I just have a funny feeling that that's going to be the only cut that he makes. Because again, we know during the holidays, these companies pick up hiring. So that's going to manipulate the numbers. And then on top of it, inflation is going to keep moving up. So even though everybody's calling for the Fed to get into a rate cutting cycle, I don't see that happening. And we know the labor market is weaker than what they say. We know inflation is way higher than what they say because they take out so much. But these numbers can be manipulated, and they manipulate them so we can get to this fourth industrial revolution. Remember, they want to keep these rates high for longer in order to destroy the legacy market so this digital economy can rise. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And Albania gets his first AI politician. And what do they say? To fight corruption. Yes, guys, remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And we know for a fact they probably have a robot walking around right now that looks just like us, and we can't even tell the difference. And if you have these bots able to pull from all this data with these supercomputers, they're going to be able to think and react just as fast as us. Not as fast, but just as fast. But their knowledge is going to supersede ours. And unfortunately, when people can't beat them, they join them. We see it so much on social media. And that's when we're going to move into transhumanism, where you have half man, half machine. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs up as I'm doing this video. And spot Bitcoin ETFs logged $553 million yesterday. And again, Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETF inflows are going to pick up. But then we also know at the end of the month, outflows are going to pick up. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have 21 shares launch a DYDX ETP on Euronext, Paris, and Amsterdam, offering European investors exposure to the derivatives DEX. And remember, guys, the plan is global. Now we have Polymarket turns to chain link oracles for resolution of price-focused bets. And remember, chain link is giving all this data, but is also getting a whole lot of data. Remember, this is all on blockchain. Now we have the U.S. Commerce Department GDP and macro data will be bought to save via chain link, enabling institutional grade markets. And again, guys, when the government is using this technology, eventually it's going to be handed over to the people for surveillance and control. And that's the reason why it's so important to understand this technology. We know how powerful this blockchain is, but unfortunately the sheep don't. But everything is going to be recorded. So just think about these kids growing up with these robots, AI, recording their whole life up until now. So of course, guys, that can be used for good or evil. They're going to know everything about them. And again, we've already seen the negative repercussions when it comes to kids and social media. They have no business up there. And when I was a kid, that's the best times of living. You should never be stressed, no anxiety. And I'm talking about even if you're poor. The poorest people didn't even know they were poor because they was having so much fun. But of course now with social media, you compare yourself with something that doesn't even exist. And social media is fake lives, but unfortunately, people believe. And of course, a kid is definitely going to believe it. And like I stated last night, your relationships with your kids are going to be so important because you don't want them tighter with an AI companion than they are with you. And remember, the crypto teacher tells you. And then lastly, we have Sam Bankman-Fried appeal hearing is scheduled for when? That's right, November 4th. Guys, we know we always get all this entertainment at the end of the year. And nearly 2 years after the former FTX CEO was sentenced to over 25 years in prison. And don't forget, because of this big pump, everybody has been paid back. So, of course, they're going to use that in the actual case. And I definitely see the bank man either getting off or sentence reduced. Because, guys, we know it was all a movie. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming, while everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team Save New York. COVID 33, Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.